Who was your biggest influence that got you into the sport?
Oh, it's my nan. My nan, Maggie Brown. She used to take the bets. She was the bookies runner in our street in the East End of London. Our bookmaker was Cyril the paper boy. Cyril would have been like 60s, mid-60s, but he'd come round, because betting was illegal. People don't realise there were no betting shops. You couldn't bet. You could not. Betting was totally against the law. The only way you could bet is if you went to the racetrack. No one went to the racetrack from the East End of London. We didn't know what a racetrack was. But then we used to bet, my nan would bet on the horses, and all the old girls in the street would have a bet, and she'd take the bets, and Cyril the paper boy, she'd drop them in his bag as she took a paper off in Star News and Standard, and Cyril would come round next day in a little bag and then pay out whoever won, he'd write their name on them. 3 tuppenny doubles and a tuppenny treble was my nan's bet every day. She loved it. But they'd lived through the war. They'd every night they would get running the air raid shelters, their houses being bombed, and that was their bit of fun, having a little bet every day.
Were there any races in particular that stand out that you watched with her back?
Grand National was the race, My mum drew the Foyne-Avon in the Grand National. The year that he won it, he was 100-1. And it was the year that every horse, they got to the fence. The first one refused, the next one ran into him, then they all started running into each other, and suddenly no horse had jumped the fence, and every horse was spread across the front of the fence, sideways on, and Foyne-Avon, who was 100 yards behind, saw a gap up the inside and plodded on, and he jumped the fence, and suddenly he was a fence and a half clear before the next horse got over the fence. They all had to go back, take a run and jump. Some were trying it, didn't get enough speed up, couldn't jump the fence. So yeah, and he ended up winning 100-1 shot he was. I think my mum won about £3.50 in the sweep at the cake factory where she worked, but that was a lot of money in them days to us.
And looking forward to the present, obviously Foyne-Avon was quite a few years ago. Everyone knows you've got the Jukebox Man running at the Cheltenham Festival in the Gold Cup. How does it feel to have a runner like that in your silks?
Well, it's fantastic, isn't it? I love the racing, so to win the King George Boxing Day at Kempton was a dream come true. And now we go on, this is the final leg of if we could pull off the double, it would be the equivalent of winning the double in the Premier League. So that would be what it would be, but he's got a chance. It's a tough race. It's a very open race, but I wouldn't swap him for anything. We go there with a realistic chance.
Speaking of the silks, do they mean anything in particular to you?
No, what I did, I put a little bit of all my colours in it, really. I mixed them up a bit, and but no, they come out very nice. I like the colours, most people do.
Speaking of your colours, what were your thoughts on the North London derby yesterday?
Arsenal were just too good, too strong. Tottenham were disappointing, really. Couldn't lay a glove on them. I know they got a goal back, and they went in at half time 1-1 when really they should have been out the game. But no, Arsenal were just too good. I think Arsenal will win the league. I know that won't please Tottenham fans, but I think Arsenal will win the league. And Tottenham are in a relegation battle. They need a result. They got a Fulham next week, because there's 3 teams fighting for one place to stay up: Notts Forest, West Ham, Tottenham. I'm hoping West Ham and Tottenham can stay up, but it's going to be tight.
Looking ahead to the festival, are you the type to have sleepless nights in the lead up?
I dream about the horse, and the excitement is building for me, So, I've got 2, maybe 3 runners. So I've got a Taurus Bay on the Wednesday, and I've got a share in a horse called Sonic Bay, who may run on the Tuesday with Martin Keithley, I'm not sure yet. And then obviously the big one, the Gold Cup on the Friday with Jukebox Man. So yeah, a lot to look forward to.
Sounds like we'll be seeing you at the festival. Were you able to get to the festival much as a manager?
No, I took teams there. I took West Ham there back in the day when we were struggling. And I got the coach, and we got into Martin Pipe's had a hospitality tent that I managed to get invited into for a friend of mine who had horses with Martin, and he kindly let us take the players in there for the day, and we had a great day out. Stopped on the way home for a little bit of pasta in an Italian restaurant we found there, and we went on a run and got out of trouble. We were in a relegation battle that year, so I think that the trip to Cheltenham was a massive part of us staying up. It was a great team building exercise, and so yeah, I love it. It's a great day out.
Were there any players you managed that were particularly into their racing?
Yeah, I've had quite a few. Paul Merson was a keen racing man, wasn't he? But yeah, listen, it's a great hobby, a great sport. As long as it don't let you don't let the betting side of it get a grip with you, because it can do that. So it's important that you keep that under control, really. But enjoy it, and it's good fun.
Which have you watched back more, the FA Cup final 2008 or the 2025 King George?
Do you know, I'm not. I'd be a liar if I sat and said, I'm not a man for watching, things back. People say, oh, did you see yourself on telly? No, I didn't watch it. No, I don't sort of never play any of them back, really. They're great memories for me. I mean, Wembley, Canu scoring, Portsmouth, great. Portsmouth was a great time in my life as well. I loved it there. The fans were amazing. So that was always special, and obviously the King George. But no, if it comes on, I'll watch it. But I'm not one for putting the telly on every night and watching myself or watching.
And who's a better duo, Defoe and Crouch, or Ben Jones and the Jukebox Man?
Well, I'm hoping now. I've had my time out at Defoe and Crouchy. They've finished their job for me. So I'm hoping Ben Jones and Ben Pauling can be the two Bens, can be they're my new, my new hopes. So they've been great for me so far, the pair of them. Ben Jones has just been a fantastic jockey. He's a great young rider. And Ben's an amazing trainer. So yeah, I couldn't have better people on my side. It's amazing, Rishi. I mean, I've had two, my best days, obviously, Ben trained Shake 'em Up Harry for me to win at the festival, which was a dream. And then to come here today, so I've been quite lucky with Ben, to be fair. He's done amazing for me, absolutely.